G'day folks, it's still trout opening 2019. Now if you saw the first video from my fishing trip with Straubs this morning, you'll know that this morning was a bit of a disaster. We never had a touch. We had a mountain of fun, but we never saw a single fish. So now I've come back to one of the streams that Straubs and I fished, but I'm going to explore it a little bit further now, drifting worms through the pools. This camera could have water on the lens, I'm not sure. Someone's following that. Oh, here we go, you can nibble. Got him! I've got him! He's only small, but I have got my first trout for the season, and there it goes. There he goes, just into the water back there now. Oh, didn't even get a photo. It was a rainbow trout, about 15 centimetres long. Folks, I had a near trout experience. This morning I fished all morning with Wayne Gardner. We fished for about 4 hours and we never had a touch. We even ran our lures through this very pool. We just could not find a fish anywhere. We couldn't have bought a fish this morning. So this Wayne's gone home. I've come back to this spot and I've decided to drift a worm through the hole, and I've hooked my first rainbow trout, or my first trout for the season. A lovely little rainbow, about 15 centimetres long. Rightio folks. It's TTGW. If you don't know what that means time to get wet. Ooh, that water's really nice and warm. I've got my sealskins and my gumboots on, but both are about the same height, and both will keep my feet dry until the water gets to the top, which was about 20 centimetres ago. Oh, it's almost at that testicular level. Not quite. It's a good thing I'm a tall man. A short man would have struggled getting through there, I think. Right, now if I don't catch a fish here, that'll be 2 fishless trips from 2 starts. What about if I just dangle that right there? I wonder if that'll work. I'll have to change my GoPro battery shortly, so I might just dangle that there under this log while I stuff around with GoPro batteries. Oh, I'm getting a bite. Look. Probably got a flat battery now. Got him! I've got him! Please battery, don't go flat. Lovely little rainbow trout. Look at that. My GoPro's on about 2%, I reckon, so there you go folks, I've done it. My first trout for the season. I am on the board. A lovely little rainbow trout. Hang on buddy, I'll unhook you, get you straight back in the drink. Come on mate, just hooked in the nose. There he goes. First trout for the season. See ya buddy. Ah, me worms. Come back. Oh, I heard a splash and I looked around and my worms were floating down the current. Now when I'm drifting worms through these holes, this is the rig that I use. It's just a really small little hook on the bottom with a small split shot sinker a little bit above. Sometimes I use 2, I've been using 2 today, and now I've gone down to 1. Now, worms naturally, and this is all about making the worms look natural, naturally they're not held back by a weight. So if I cast that out there, I will retrieve it about the speed of the current, like that, so that the worm comes in at a similar speed to the current, maybe a little bit slower, because the worm doesn't come the same speed as the current naturally. So the sinker is really only there, one, to help me cast, and two, just to help get the worm down a bit. Without the sinker, it's harder to cast, and the worm sits near the top, although that is more natural. So you can fish without a split shot, but I like a split shot just to help my casting and just to help it sink if you get into a deeper bit of water. Sometimes I like it to sink a bit, but I don't just cast it out and leave it. I reel it nice and slowly through the holes. When I get to a deep hole, sometimes I'll put my rod down and I'll just angle for a little while, just leave it in there and wait for a bite. But when I'm just drifting through these pools, it's all about trying to bring that worm through at a similar speed to the current. So you're not reeling it in fast like a lure, you're just reeling it in so that it's just drifting at a similar speed to the current. Rightio folks, after catching that little rainbow, I've moved streams. Now this particular spot here, you will never have seen this on my YouTube channel before. I have fished here before, but not for a very long time, because it's too small and overgrown. My friend Tony Alfieri and I got to fish this in the summer of 1993-94, when close to 300 millimetres of rain fell on the hills here and just turned this into a channel. And we were able to walk through, all the blackberries got washed away, and we experienced some amazing trout fishing, but then it became really overgrown again and we couldn't get in. Now a fire has been through and thinned out a lot of the vegetation. I'm just hoping that I can walk at least a little bit and maybe hop between a few holes and see what I can find. So haven't fished here on YouTube before, haven't fished here for over 25 years. Let's see if I can continue drifting worms through pools and catching trout. Gotta be a fish in there surely. Got him, yes. Here we go. First brownie for the season. Gonna get my phone out of my bag so that I can get a picky of this bloke. First brownie of the season. Righto folks, I've changed creeks and I've had success with my first brown trout of the season. And what a ripper he is. Considering the tiny little waterway that he's come out of, he's quite a decent fish. I'm going to put him back down here in the hope that I might just be able to sneak another one out of the same hole. Got him! Oh, lost him! Bugger! If I can get it through there without it getting tangled and everything, I might have half a chance. Oh, got a bite, got a bite! Take it! Got him! Ha ha ha! Yes! Another lovely little brown. I'll get my phone out and get another lovely little photo. The other one was really nice and fat. This one's actually quite lean. Very lean, this fish, very underweight. Righto buddy, there you go. Off he goes. Here we go. Oh, I had a bite, I had a bite. Come on, can I catch another one? It was right there, I reckon he'll come back. It might have been a bit smaller, that one maybe. Yeah, he's back. Nibbling. Got him. Oh, I lost him. Another little brownie. I doubt whether he'll come back now. Rightio folks, well after a fishless trip with Straubs this afternoon I've cracked the code and I've got onto a few fish. I've worked out that by drifting worms through the pools and being persistent and trying different places, eventually you'll find trout. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not consider hitting the subscribe button and the little bell icon beside it. Give me a thumbs up and then you can follow me on my next fishing adventure.